Hey guys, I am back. Come on in, come on in. Hey Wendelina, you the first one in the live. You the first one in the live. I got a whole bunch of questions. I hope people got answers for it. This is for the replay game. I really haven't heard anybody touch on this since Chasity said this yesterday. I did see some YouTubers put up the content and speak their piece on it. However, there was some very questionable things. Hold on, what did I just do? Hold on, I don't know why I don't know what I just did. Hold on one second. I'm gonna put that back up here. Hold on, wait a
First
minute.
of all, if like
There was some very questionable things that was said actually in that live that Chasity did on IG yesterday. Okay. First and foremost, we're gonna have to debunk that Chrisean Rock's a liar. Because for number one, prior to Chrisean Rock coming out about these allegations with Tesehki, Chasity was getting the world from Chrisean Rock, even without, in my opinion, the consent of Chrisean Rock, saying if it was okay or not for her to take her fans stuff that was for her son, 𝗪𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗧. She pretty much was stealing the girl's stuff. Gift cards, as we know. I mean, everything under the sun that you can think of that a fan or a supporter was giving Chrisean, she took it upon herself, and I don't know why that. Oh, I know why that's doing that. And she took it upon herself, and she kept it for herself. She was even able to pay for her apartment or finish paying for her apartment and to get herself established with a ride. Also, that same day that she started flashing around that truckload of stuff of Chrisean Rock's that was for her child, Chrisean Rock's child from her supporters, she came up with money to get her hair done and pedicure and a manicure. Then when Chrisean Rock got out of jail, she couldn't leave Oklahoma, which she's still in Oklahoma right now. Chasity shows a little shopping spree and a shopping spree, upgrade from Rainbows. You know, she might call it a boutique shop. I call it, I call it an upgrade from Rainbows. And she's bragging that her little sister paid for that shopping spree. Then all of a sudden, when Chrisean Rock had to sit down with Tesehki, which probably didn't last very long, they say it was about 2 hours, and she got paid that $200,000 from Zeus Network. All of a sudden, when Chrisean Rock comes clean about what happened to her at 7 years old, and I believe her. Um, sh- Now this one's flip flopping, Chasity. But nobody's peeping that when she got up here yesterday, she's saying just recently, because Chrisean Rock just got out recently. And Chrisean Rock just recently, well, they recently aired what was said on Zeus Network from a couple of weeks ago. And we just found out what they were trying to keep on the hush hush until they were ready to expose it and let it leak out to the public that Chrisean Rock was making up allegations that her older sister Tesehki violated her, SA'd her. But why is Chasity saying she did something for Chrisean Rock that could put her in jail? Is the question that nobody asks. What could you possibly have done for Chrisean Rock in that short amount of time that she asked you to do? And obviously, you probably got paid very well for it, or would have got paid very well for it if there's any truth to it. What won't you repeat that you did for Chrisean Rock that you can't repeat because you can end up in jail? sending gifts, and then Chrisean stated on other lies she didn't want the stuff and said she was going to give the stuff away because she didn't want the gifts. Well, Sonny, whether or not she wanted it or not, before she so-called said all of that, we're talking about a fan who gave about $3,000 worth of stuff for Chrisean Jesus, including gift cards. And those gift cards, because she spoke to, matter of fact, one of the heavy hitting fans that was spending coins. She was in contact with that person. They were getting Chasity hotels and all kind of stuff for her to be laying up in, okay? And she was scamming and scheming. You feel what I'm saying, Shari? Shara? She was taking that stuff prior to Chrisean Rock, I guess allegedly, like you said, Sonny, that she didn't want it. If you don't ask, it's called stealing. But again, I'm not gonna we're not gonna deflect. I'm very good at getting back at the people who try to deflect, because in my real life I know people that try to deflect. Matter of fact, it was somebody today. I busted this ninja, this person that I know, so bad in a lie. I showed screenshots, everything. They try to deflect, of course, because they got busted. But they were so busted. Usually they'll try to go back and forth, but they didn't have a leg to stand on. They usually deflect. They try to deflect a little bit. But I guess they figured, let me tread lightly, because all I'm doing is making myself look guiltier by trying to deflect. I got busted. There is nothing I can say. You know what I'm saying? I said something that you were doing, but I was actually doing it. So, I'm really good at, people that like to deflect, like pretty much, getting throwing that out the window. Because we're not going to deflect here. China and Chasity, okay, and all the rest are trying to profit off of what Chrisean Rock told the public. And the reason why commentators like myself are still talking about it, because every single day, like they've been doing since the test of time, they just can't stay off of social media, letting people know that they're related to Chrisean Rock. And 1 minute they're on the team with their sister. Then when things don't go their own way, they don't get any money, no notoriety, no hookup, then they're outing her. Chasity is outing Chrisean Rock. So all that, she don't flip flop. She's not against Chrisean Rock. You're against it if you're sitting there saying that those are made up lies. You're basically saying that Chrisean Rock is lying about the SA. You're also basically saying that you did something. Why, if you're not at odds with your sister, why would you publicly get up there yesterday and say you did something for your sister that you could go to jail for? If you're getting along with your sister, you're not flip-flopping, and you're not insinuating to the public that she's lying, why are you telling us that? Let's make it make sense. People, I'm telling you, people don't get. You can't just get up here like you're talking to your next door neighbor or you're talking to them over the phone and share certain things. Everything ain't meant to be told. And that's one thing that was not meant to be told. If you did, in fact, do something for your sister that could wind you up in jail, obviously it was something that could get Chrisean Rock allegedly in trouble as well if it's going to wind you up in jail, which I don't believe that either. Think about it. Why that could wind her up in jail. Stop the press with your hating flip-flopping behind. Everyone wants to cover themselves, right? Yes, I don't trust her. And woman went live and told what Chastity did. Yeah, yep. And I played that um I played that numerous times, sis. That recording of the lady listing like thousands of dollars worth of stuff that Chastity took. And to confirm she knows that Chastity kept it for herself, it was the gift cards that gave it away that she is in fact taking. She's taking Chrisean Rock's gifts and she was using them for her own because she cashed the gift cards in. And she sent like what, $500 worth of gift cards? Come on now. I'm just saying all the stuff she gives to her sister she wants to do. Well, you know what, Sonny? Now, like I said, prior to Chrisean Rock getting out, Chrisean needs to clean up house. Sometimes you have to let things go that don't serve you. And you have to keep it moving. We all have to do that in real life. I have to do it in my real life. There are people, places, and things that no longer serve me. And they even know that they no longer serve me. And I don't give them the time of the day because they're demons and they are out to destroy, kill, steal, and destroy because they're hurt, and hurt people. You got to get far away from them. And I'm only speaking on it because I've been there and done that. You have to get rid of people, places, and things that no longer serve you, that they never served a purpose in your life in the first place. You were in their life, or they try to be in your life to gain something. And when it didn't go their way, they get up here like her own flesh and blood has done, and they out her name. And another thing that pisses me off, and I don't care if people get mad about it, because I'm so tired of people forgetting that there was a mother and father that born these 12 kids. Why isn't anybody blaming? Stop always pointing the fingers at Chrisean Rock. When are we gonna point the fingers at the mother and the father who had these kids that turned into bad seeds, some of them, that ended up essaying each other, that is still out here being dysfunctional and running a muckery all through these streets? Why aren't we blaming the mother? You don't lay up on drugs and have 12 kids you can't take care of, you can't afford, or you can't be there mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, in any sort of way, because you can barely be there for yourself. That is selfish to lay up and have 12 kids. And honey, how are you having 12 kids out of loving children when you're too high to even appreciate them, let alone be you having them because you love children or a big family? When you were having probably every single one of them kids, they were probably, I hate to say it, they were probably mistakes. You were high. You was under the influence, in my opinion. So it's so sad. It just is really sad. I wasn't deflecting. Mm, I don't know. Chrisean's not lying. I know she's not either. And Tesehki talking about, is she in London or going to London? Girl, you need to go to the courthouse. You talking about you gonna sue somebody. You need to do something. Cause honey, that ain't a good look. At least let me be quiet. I was gonna say something. She's trying to get Chrisean locked up. Locked back up. Exactly. Yep. And that's the thing. You don't want Chastity didn't want allegedly Chrisean Rock's people to jam Tesehki up. But you'll get on to a platform just yesterday. This was just yesterday. She put this up on her story. But it's okay to get up there and out allegedly what you did for Chrisean Rock. She didn't get into what she did for her. That could get you put in jail. But not one time since Chrisean Rock been out, I ain't seen you flip flop on Tesehki yet. If anything, in the current time, You best of friends with your sister, Tesehki, and you're against Chrisean. It just happened out the blue, right after Chrisean came out with the allegations. She flipped. You know why? Because Chastity's doing the same thing, allegedly essaying or have essays or been known to violate herself. So birds of a feather flock together. So of course, if she has to take any side, it will definitely conveniently be Tesehki's side, because she can't call the kettle black and be on Chrisean Rock's side, because you do it too, allegedly. You're not no goody two shoe either. I'm quite sure there's stories that can be told about you doing inappropriate things, when you were younger, on a freak off, just like the rest of them that were named from the past to the present time. You're not no angel, sweetie. So let me just play this really quickly. I know y'all heard it, and if you heard it, great. But I've been in the bushes of a lot of live streams, and I've seen a lot of pre-recorded videos of this same live stream that she put up from her IG page on her story, and I ain't heard nobody ask, well, what could she have done for Chrisean Rock that could land her in jail? Not one person questioned that. It's the little things that I pick apart that usually are really big things, or they'll turn into big things if you're not paying attention to the message.
First of all, if like with these little accusations and weird going on, if y'all know me, y'all know I've been rocking and rolling with every sibling and ain't switch up. So what makes you think I'm gonna ride with something that I know that's not accurate? It's not true, and I knew what the plan was. I know what's going on behind closed doors. Me needed the money that got offered to me to go play with Latifah's name. I said no, I didn't get it, and I didn't go do what the plan was to do because I stand for something. How long I've been rocking with Chrisean, not saying my mouth shut. I just slide for Chrisean 2 days before I came back, and I'm not ready to say too much before I go to jail. But yeah, I was just.
So what was the reason for her to get up there and say that? Why are you getting up here like you're on the phone with like someone you grew up with next door, and you're just on the phone and you're venting to your next door neighbor, or your girlfriend, or your best friend, or your mother, or one of your sisters on the phone? Why are you on a live telling the world statewide that you slided for Chrisean just before you got back, I guess from Zeus Network, when she was supposed to be the mediator, when she got paid for that? Why are you up here telling us that? Y'all need to stop making stuff make sense. Huh? Don't forget about the CashApp scam. Huh? Yep. That's how she ended up paying for that car off and to get the apartment. That's what I was talking about. She was able to get her nails done that same day when she was trying to get up that lawyer stuff. Them lawyer fees. That was non-existent. That went to Chasity, honey. Until it got shut down. All Chrisean people keep her name in their mouth. Right. But it goes deeper than them just keeping her name in their mouth. They're saying stuff really trying to character assassinate her. And it's sad because at the end of the day, all Chrisean Rock got is herself. She ain't got no help with 𝗪𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛. She ain't got no help with nobody even helping her, really. She got strangers right now that are in her life that probably been looking out for her more than people she knew all her life. And it's just so sad that they're like, if you ain't gonna give me what I want, or when you know I need, then I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna show out, so that it's like they're trying to muscle or extort her or something. Like, when is it ever okay, Chastity? You're supposed to be this chick from the hood, but you don't know the street code? How you from the street, but you getting up here dry snitching? Facts SL, no one wants to hear the truth. Nope, nobody wants to hear the truth. Trust me, and I know people like that in real life. Don't want to know the truth. Trust me, and I'm not up here trying to just say Chrisean family is the only family that's dysfunctional, and their parents are to blame. It starts with the parents, the people who they had these children who turned, grew up to be adults. They had these monsters because they all didn't turn out like monsters, but the ones that did. And it is your fault when you lay up and you have 12 kids and they're all screwed up in the head like this. This is horrific. 12 kids, and just about the majority of the Malones have done stuff to each other allegedly. And I'm going to say that being responsible, but I'm saying allegedly, but in my opinion, I believe what's been said. And I believe, it's been like a family affair, a freak off when they were younger, them doing things to each other, not probably knowing any better than the older ones. As they got older, they started knowing better, than they still were doing it. And then history repeated itself. It went down another generation with younger children being violated. So it's sick. It says, will you ever do a video on P. Diddy? Because that is the biggest news ever for her many years. Yeah, I definitely will, Queen Israel. I can do that. I can actually fit it in because a lot of people do lives talking about multiple social media influencers. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Woo, child. I constantly talk about it all the parents' fault. They were all under 18. Let me tell you something. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't at the same time, I don't want you to think that I'm just going after the Malone family, making it seem like they're the only ones that are messed up. I know people in real life. It ain't just one child messed up, and these are grown folks. Some of them are seniors. They're over the age of 50, and they're all messed up in the head, and it's because of their mother. Because the mother, this particular group that I know in real life, the mother was a father and a mother to the kids. She laid up and had all these kids. Them men didn't stay with her. Half the men that she had them kids from, they were alcoholics. She had to fend for these kids herself. And they're all messed up. And you know what's so sad? Then they went along and had kids, and they got kids in their 40s. Some of these people that I know, I'm talking about a family. I'm talking about a family. You guys don't know who the family is, but I'm talking about. I'm speaking on a family that I know in real life, and they're now adults, and they're all messed up. The whole family is messed up. The mother hides behind church now. She's not like Chrisean Rock's mother. You know how she's Chrisean Rock's mother. She's still relapsing and going back and forth to rehab and all that. This lady, she's not on drugs, and allegedly they say she's never been on drugs before. So a lot of times when your kids, or your or families be messed up, the parents don't always have to be on drugs either. And that's even crazier when you don't even got an excuse and your family is all messed up. You ain't never been on drugs. You mean to tell me you laying up having kids? You ain't never probably picked up a drug or alcohol, and you still screwed up your family? That's sad. I'm telling you. And this lady here that I know, she hides behind, I'm a Christian. Sit your Christian faking fugazi behind down, old lady. You done messed them kids up. And then your kids went to have kids, and them kids suffered because of their upbringing and them being so messed up in the head. Their kids had to suffer because of the fact of how you raised them kids. You laid up there and had them kids from all them drunks, all them men that were drunks that would probably run around with all these different women on you. You know what I'm saying? And you had to raise them kids on your own, and you did a half job. You did a half blank job. And the kids is all now they're adults and they're messed up. You know what I'm saying? To the point that, this older lady, she's even raising her grandkids. She's even raising some of her sons, kids from different women. There's one of them that got about kids all around the whole state, about 15 kids. And honey, and there's probably some that he don't even know about. I'm telling you. So I'm not just talking about Chrisean Rock's family. There's a lot of families that are, everybody got messed up in their family. But I'm talking about messed up families. I know a family just like Chrisean Malone's family, and they need some long time counseling and some straight up healing for a lifetime. They are just so messed up, that family is. So don't think that I be just up here like going in on the Malones. Everybody knows a family, or could be in your own family, that is a lot of dysfunction. We got messed up stuff going on in my family. Not no SA, well, nothing like that. But I'm just saying, just family that are just, we don't stick together. Some of us, and we talk about each other instead of being there for each other. Times of need. We all got flaws in our family, but some flaws, they're just not acceptable. They really are not. Some of these flaws are just not acceptable, if you ask me. Hold on, what did I just do? Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on one. I'm gonna put this on for 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta put this. If I can get to it.
Sliding for my sister before I came back to Baltimore. What y'all talking about? I'm not going against the grain. I'm going against the lies and to make another sister look bad so you can look better, or because she going up. That shit is not cool at all. Let's talk about what's going on behind closed doors. Let's talk about it.
So I want you guys to leave in the comments section your thoughts of these allegations that Chasity is putting on social media. This is a recent post, or at least it was a recent post to me, of new information of alleged accusations insinuating that Chrisean Rock, let's just say um, basically was trying to pay her to sabotage Tesehki. And this is how this came about Chrisean Rock. And I'm going to say allegedly for the sake of my channel, allegedly was saying that when she was 7 years old, she was violated by her sister Tesehki. And Chasity is a flip flopper. We also know we can't take Chastity's word for nothing, because when Chrisean Rock was in jail, leave it in the comment section if you agree with me. Put it down below. She was robbing Chrisean Rock blind. Okay. Let me tell you just how messed up families can be. And I got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to talk about with this situation. When I talk about Chrisean Rock's family ain't the only messed up family in the world. But when it comes to a family and these many people being accused of SA and each other, that's a problem. That's beyond just, everybody got messed up in their family. No, that's beyond. Ain't that kind of messed up in my family. We messed up, but not that messed up. Well, let me tell you something. This family that I'm referring to, that I know in real life, their mother owned a daycare. She was so in denial with, what, her sons and her kids were doing. She defended them whether they was doing right or wrong. She knew that one of her sons was a pedo. It was even said one time when she actively had her daycare open, that this guy was changing one of the little one's diapers but he had his head down in the area where it shouldn't have been at. He was supposed to be changing the diapers, but he was a little bit too far down. Okay, like he was doing more than just changing a diaper. And eventually it caught up with the mother, the messed up mother. And this lady ain't never even been on drugs or alcohol. Now, I had heard that years ago when she was a little baby, the mother lost her mother when she was real young. So maybe it was a thing of she really didn't know how to be a mother because she didn't have a mother. So maybe that was what her downfall was and why her kids came out to be messed up and why she was pushing things under the rug because she didn't have the people skills, the mothering skills. She didn't have a mother to know how to really be a mother back then when she was laying up having these kids. But I always say, if you really don't know parenting skills, stop at one. Why are you laying up having all these kids? If your parenting skills suck, you're opening up daycares and your kids are screwed up in the head. Now you're screwing up little kids and got a nerve to open up a daycare like you're a good caretaker to kids. You didn't even raise your own kids right. Now you're taking strangers' kids into daycares, and these people don't know they're going to work, and they're leaving their kids with the most messed up family in the world. This lady's got a daycare, and her whole family's screwed up in the head. That's the last place you would want to take and drop your kids off to school. Well, anyways, the lady lost her thank the Lord for that. She lost her daycare license. So she could never open up another daycare, nothing to do with even foster care, and nothing to do with a child again in her life because she allowed one of her predator sons to violate a kid. So it was a big investigation that was done. A lot of kids were saying they were being, violated. Little kids, probably even younger than Chrisean said she was at 7. And to this day, this lady still is fostering kids in her house, but it's like the adult fostering. Like, she doesn't have kids. They're like people that are adults. They could even be in their 40s, but they can't like really live on their own. They have to live with somebody's there to help assist them because they can't live on their own. But but the foster certificate's not in her name. She got it in her daughter's name. She's still trying to get money taking care of somebody, but all them years failed to take care of her own kids, let alone, and then her own the dysfunctional kids help her get her daycare taken from her. It's sad, man. And then they're the type of family they'll talk about you like they don't know that I know and everybody else know, their deep dark secrets. They'll be the first ones to talk about you, but they'll never bring up about how they got predators and pedos and SAers and all kind of people in their family, all messed up in the game. They'll talk and criticize you, look down on you, but I'm just telling you. So I know people in real life. So I'm not up here acting like this don't happen. I'm devastated. No, it happens. It's just maybe shocking because we just never really hear like people going public with this kind of stuff on social media. But no, I know behind closed doors families that are messed up just as bad as the Malones, man. Trying to tell you. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want y'all to think I was ignoring your messages. My name is Queen Rock, for real. I mean, for reasons. Uh, died 7 years ago. Left me with 11. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Queen Grandma. And I take care of love all my. Wow. God bless you, Queen Grandma. Unfortunately, all the blogs that favor Chrisean are not going to speak on what Chasity did for Chrisean. Um, because right now they want to hate chat. Well, I don't care too much for chat. Hey, Houston hitters, how you doing, sweetie? I don't care too much for it because anytime you ain't acting like a sister and you stealing from your sister when you know that if you ask Chrisean, I know she'd give it to her. Like she ended up, like a lot of people are saying in the chat, she ended up saying she didn't want the stuff and she didn't care that her sister took it. But I don't care. Initially, in my opinion, I don't believe that Chasity asked. She it just became clear to her that after some time probably that her sister wasn't bothered by the stuff and she took it upon herself she was going to keep it anyways. I believe she's trying to get Chrisean locked up. It's a plot they made up. Yep. I can believe that. They are very envious of her. So sad. It is. It is sad. And now they're doing this reverse psychology where they're saying that Chrisean Rock is envious of Tesehki. Tesehki is older than Chrisean Rock, and she's been in this industry longer than Chrisean Rock. And Chrisean Rock had blew her out the water at before she was even 24 years old, and became a millionaire before she was 24 years old. Tesehki might be just became a millionaire. Chrisean Rock has been a millionaire for a few years before Tesehki even blew up. Yeah, okay, she's been doing music before Chrisean Rock, and her name was ringing bells or whatever, but she wasn't making no money, no dough like Chrisean Rock was making. Chrisean Rock was shining way before Tesehki. I'm sorry. I'm starting to look at Chrisean like she must be slow because she got grounds to sue the heck out of them. Why? I don't know. Lola doll. It says Chasity said she didn't go against Tifa for Zeus, so why did Tifa turn on Chrisean? Also, the jumping was a lie too for a storyline. Marsh said it. That's why Tifa took the camera off the bus. It's just crazy. And you know what? Everything that you're saying, sis, I'm listening to you. And Shari, is that how you pronounce your name? Shari, Shari, right? But you know what? When you're hitting on a lot of stuff, and that's what made you get me started talking about somebody I know in real life, a family similar to Chrisean Rock's family. They might even be just as bad, equally as bad. This family, and it's just, I'm telling you, man, the stuff that I don't know. It's just it's a really sad situation. Nobody's gonna win in this situation. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get it. Chasity gives haters vibes for all. Yep. Shari. Yep. Whoever gives Chasity money, she's on their side. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Just like when her sister just gave her money recently, which she probably made it seem like it was for her birthday, but come on now, Chasity ain't stupid. The amount that she gave her, which that's not a lot, but it's a nice birthday present. But I'm just saying, considering how much Tifa could give her, more than 500, um, Chastity knew exactly why she got that for a gift. That was to keep her on the hush hush. It says, "Hey sis, I finally." Hey Latisse, what's going on, baby girl? What's going on, beautiful sis? She used her Chastity's fake, all thirsty and yep. Remember Latisse when just before when Chastity, when Chrisean Rock got locked up, I was going in on Chastity. And prior to Chrisean getting locked up, I was going in on Chastity. Never trusted Chastity. I knew something was up with her. Says Chrisean Rock blew up because she was in a crazy relationship with Blue. It says Tifa is not a millionaire. Zeus don't pay that much. Right. I've been said it, man, because I remember I was going through my time where I was going in on China and I was going in on Chasity. And I was calling out a whole lot of stuff that was going on prior to it blowing up like it did right now, where obviously the way I felt, something was up with Chasity. And I said it was either towards Tifa or Chrisean Rock. But it seemed like it was more towards Chrisean Rock. And that was my opinion. And honey, I'm sticking with it to right now, because look at how this went down. Look at how all this went down. It's sad. Yeah, but yeah, Tifa, yeah, Chastity, she flip flops. She flip flops. Ain't no going around it. She flip flops. She ain't nobody's friend. And it's a sad, sad situation. I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Chrisean Rock has cleaned up her circle, and she's no longer, dealing with these thirst buckets. You know what I'm saying? And they're quick to talk about, like, people that commentate on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They need to get their channels, I guess, like like Chrisean, China and her son did, and just be on here day and night, and just spilling all the tea, adding stuff to it, and all kind of stuff. Cause they're adding stuff to it. Yeah, they were. I'm quite sure they was essayed, but no. This is a money grab type of situation here. I'm sorry to let you know. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way coming in. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get them likes up. Let's not have them likes looking like they're on a diet. Hit the like button and support the channel. Yeah, we got to get them likes up a little bit now. It says Chrisean was making a name for herself before she met Blueface. She was the winner of Ultimate Tag. She was already Yep, yeah, I remember that, in her own traction. And won 10,000. She did interviews, then even spoke. You're right, Gold Digger. You are right. Regardless of how Rock blew up or was noticed personally, no. Exactly. We see the dysfunctional all day, every day. Yep. Hey, Gold Digger, how you doing, sweetie? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Gold Digger. It said, y'all give Blue too much. Yep, that's what I always say. Y'all people give Blue too much credit with his disrespectful behind. I was nervous for Chrisean when I saw Chasity with Chrisean's live. Saw Chasity and hanging with Chrisean's friend. She does that with Chasity, piggybacks and does that with all of this. I had heard allegedly every time she like, for example, like with Chrisean Rock, when she's trying to latch on and be around the crowd, the in crowd, that associates himself with Chrisean Rock, she's got to latch on to them too. Yeah, she's a thirst bucket. She's thirsty for attention. She's looking for a come up. And it's really sad. Moons knew her for Ultimate Tag. She blew up because of the relationship. So I don't know. Ooh, child, these people are something else, man. I was waiting. I said, I'm gonna wait till tonight. I'm gonna see. And I said, if somebody brings up what would Chasity be going to jail for just recently, doing what for Chrisean Rock? Chrisean Rock just got out of jail, and the first thing she ran to was to the church people. And you know what? God gave her two roads to go down, either the good or the bad, and she picked the good road. She got away from and cleaned up her house, literally, and got rid of all the riffraff, including any family members that did not serve her. And she went down the good road. And she ain't been getting nothing but hell since going down the good road, because the devil's a lie. Because ain't nothing but devils and demons doing what they're doing to that girl. And it's not right. It's not right. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh, child. It says, I like your YouTube channel, SL. Thank you, Houston Hitters. Thank you, sweetie. But I always say, we'll go around, come around. You know, Chrisean Rock got the power to come out, and honey, she needs to sue him. Sue him for defamation of character. On top of she lied trying to set Tesehki up because she's jealous that Tesehki's blowing up. Come on now. Chrisean Rock been blew up. Why she need to be jealous of someone playing catch up? Who's jealous of somebody when you already there? She's trying to get Tesehki trying to get to where you're already at. Come on, stop it. Chrisean Rock got there effortlessly. She not to put it all. Man, I'm not. Let me be quiet. Sometimes if you ain't got too much nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I pray Chrisean stays far away from the. I hope so too. I hope that I hope that she's even away from Blueface long enough to be strong enough to stay away from him for good too. Because if she ends up going back in that direction with even Blueface, she can fall off the whole wagon and start dealing with people, places, and things that no longer was supposed to serve her anymore, and start backpedaling. And these people are definitely gonna mess her over if she was to ever give them a second chance. I couldn't do it. When you cross me like you just crossed me, you could never trust them. Family, friends, associates, I don't care. None of them. Anyone who's been flip flopping up until right now, Chrisean Rock got to continue to keep that same energy and stay far away from him. Tifa will never be starred like Chrisean, right? And she knows it. That's right. You already know, Shari. Yep. So I'm just like, I ain't never. But see, it's so sad because if I'm jealous of somebody, you ain't gonna know. I don't. I can't understand how people are comfortable with displaying and letting you know that they are jealous. To me, that's a sign of weakness when you let somebody know that you are jealous of them. If you feel jealous or intimidated by somebody, honey, keep it to yourself. Says, yes, I left my sister alone. I'm trying to tell you. Family can sometimes be worse than outsiders. People don't get that. Because, honey, it just don't make no sense. China, she going to be up here for 5 hours tonight talking about the same regurgitated stuff. And, Chasity, she going to be up here sometime tonight with her little subliminals. And then now and then she'll come out like she just did when she said she did something for Chrisean Rock allegedly that could get her locked up. It's always something, man. Always something. I'll tell you, boy. It's just so sad. It's like the crabs in the barrel mentality. Yep. And Chrisean helped her big time. Yep. Her two sisters together can not compare with Chrisean. Not at all. Chrisean be funny sometimes though. But see now, like, when I used to hear like from the past that Chrisean Rock kind of was, shaded, not shading, wrong word to use. I'm sorry. When Chrisean Rock used to like, act shady with Chasity and block her so she couldn't call and probably beg for money or whatever she needed from Chrisean Rock, I can understand. Because I'm looking at Chastity's behavior day by day, and she's getting worse. And it's not that she's getting worse. She's always been this slime ball. We're just now seeing it. And you know, it's like, it's just sad, man. Mm. Chastity, chastity, chastity. I know one thing. If you end up doing something and going to jail, if there's any truth to anything you saying out your mouth, honey, you ain't gonna have nobody to hold you down, honey. China, Tifa, definitely not Chrisean Rock. I don't know who gonna hold you down. Your brothers that you so tight with, which is to me a little bit too close for comfort, they're already locked up, so they can't look out for you. Your mother's in the rehab trying to get herself right. And your father look like he ain't got no interest. He just make kids and keep it moving. So you on your own, boo-boo. Mm-mm-mm. But Chassie is dangerous. Why would she say that? And she knows Chrisean's on parole. Right. That's my whole point. Why would she say that stuff? If she's not if she's on the team and she's not taking no sides and nothing like that, why would she say that? That's my whole point as well. I don't know. Very, very puzzling to me. When I heard her say it, I had to listen to it again. I said, wait, hold up. Now, did she just say it? Yep, she sure did. She said, I did something for my sister, but I'm not going to talk about it or something because I could go to jail. I said, wow. She's just telling it all, honey. I said, but it is what it is. But like I said, it took for Chrisean Rock. See, it's so sad because to me, I feel like Chastity is really acting like this. Like I said before, she mad right along with Tifa for Chrisean Rock exposing what happened to her when she was 7, and she mad because, like I told you, there was stuff that was said about Chastity doing things. SA. They didn't leave her out. China certainly didn't. China nor did what's his name? China's son. Tristan. I don't know. But I hope things, get better. I don't wish I don't wish on the conquer and divide, but sometimes you better off. You could do bad by yourself, honey. Since Chrisean is on her healing journey, I think Chastity's lying. For Tifa, they really don't like their little sister. Chrisean was 7 and Tifa was 14 years old. Yep. It was Chasity, Tessa, Tesehki, Mookie, all of them allegedly did stuff. Yeah, they all did, which is sickening. That's why I said this is the hills have eyes. Oh, come on. I hate when people do that when they know I'm like that really pisses me off. It's like the hills have eyes of the Chainsaw Massacre family. Like I told you, like a family in Texas in the deep woods that it takes miles and miles to see the next door neighbors or to get to the grocery store. And they just said, the heck with making friends. We'll make friends with each other. We'll get real close, too close for comfort with each other. That type of sick stuff. But if they're all messed up, like I told you, because of the mother. You see how messed up looking she is? I used to see her looking all cockeyed and stuff, all crooked jaw, all... Let me stop. And I'm saying, I don't even know why they even got her unfit looking behind up there recording her. Looking all crazy. There's a lot of stuff I can say about the mother too, but I'm gonna tread lightly because that's their mother. But yeah, she ought to be ashamed of herself. Sitting up there having 12 kids and them kids are all messed up like that. They're kids that turn into adults and they're messed up. She was trying to help her sister get baddies. It was Natalie that said she was the fake Chrisean, and why did they need her when they already had? Mm. They love their mother. Yeah, they do. They love her to the point. But see, what it is the mother. To me, I'm gonna tell you something, Shari. To me, it's my opinion. Sometimes parents can be messed up parents, and they don't instill nothing in their children, and they end up doing stuff like this, like the Malones. But they'll find the time, even through getting high, running the street, in and out of jail, so that nobody deflects on their flaws. The mother and father's flaws. They'll try to instill in the kid, don't you go to school and be telling them folks about what's going on in this house, or what's going on with me, or going on with your daddy, whatever. They'll be quick to make sure that they instill in the kids not to repeat nothing that goes on in the house. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? You feel me, Shari? So it's like, but the stuff you need to be addressing, you ain't addressing, and it's far too late now. So it's just real sad. I'm quite sure that mother was a big advocate of making it clear that they better not go to school or go outside that house talking about anything that happened behind closed doors. That's what she probably made quite clear. If not anything else, she wanted to make sure she covered that. High or sober, that mother was saying that to them children. That's why I feel either way, they all going to get back together. Right. Well, right, because they're family, right? You know? So I don't know. We was taught that too. Yep. Yep. Don't you bring nothing else out of my home. Listen, Shari, and if you do, you stay with them people. Because if they take you from me, you go stay with them. You go stay with them. Shoot. My mother used to say, if you leave here, you ain't taking nothing with you, because everything you got, I bought for you. So I'm trying to tell you, that's how black folk be talking to us. But I ain't never had no essay happen to me and my family. My mother was the type of person, she didn't believe having a whole bunch of men around her kids, and she had two girls. I'm the oldest, and I have a younger sister. But we're around the same age, but I got a couple of years on my sister. But my mother had two girls, and my mother was like, "You can't have a whole bunch of men around, no, especially not no girls, kids, period." My mother said, and I'm not gonna be laying up with no man. You ain't gonna be calling him daddy. You got your father. I might not be with him, but you have a father. You ain't gonna never call no man I'm laying with your father, your daddy. You have a father. My grandmother didn't allow us to sit on men's lap, or my grandmother and mother too. Same thing. And don't let and do not let them see you doing it. Trying to get up on somebody's lap. They'll coon clock you. They'll bust you in the head to the white meat. I'm trying to tell you. I'm talking about, it went so deep. We couldn't even sit around grown folk talking. Go, you see us talking. Get out my mouth. Go on in the room. Yep, I did it. I did that. That's why I know Chrisean's not lying. It takes time to speak out about it. Exactly. Yep. I could not sit on no. I couldn't sit on no. Well, like, especially men in particular. You better not know. It's not a good look when, like, when I was growing up, even when I was younger, and I see other young little kids sitting on grown men's laps. I used to look at the reaction of my grandmother and my mother, and it wasn't their place to talk because it wasn't their kid or grandchild or whatever. But I'll be looking dead right at them, like they're looking disgusted, and they're not well with that, seeing that. Yeah, they don't play that sitting on no grown man lap. And a grown man back in them days, if they allowed, somebody's child to sit on their lap, be side-eyeing them. Like, we gonna watch you. You look like you probably be trying to play with somebody cheering. I'm trying to tell you. Cause and I also growing up, I've seen like men even tell little girls, don't come trying to sit on my lap. They're not being mean to the child, but they don't want to give the wrong impression or idea. I have seen men tell little girls, fresh little girls, you ain't supposed to be coming to try to sit on my lap. Go sit over there. Yes, facts. When Delenic, it says, what her abuser on Stockholm syndrome. Exactly. Yep, and that exactly what they call Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, we couldn't do that at all. My daughter couldn't even sit on Santa's lap. I know that's right, Diane. And if you did, your parent was right there when you took that picture. You wasn't on there long. If you took a picture, you know how like they took the pictures around Christmas? Shoot. Hills have eyes, yep, and the likes look like they're on the diet. Please, yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Exactly. Yeah, man, you bringing up some. See, for me, Shari, when you bring up that stuff, those are the good times for me. I didn't experience that stuff in my family. Thank the Lord. I was blessed to come from a family that they were nurturing, but not nurturing in that way. You know what I'm saying? Very overprotective of me and my sister. Too overprotective. Kind of drove us crazy a little bit, but I'm glad that they were, because as I've gotten older and hearing people's stories, not just on social media, but just like in real life, like maybe around the neighborhood, families that were like the Malone family. I was like, I see why my mother and grandmother and we used to be like kind of mad with them. Sometimes we would act out because we felt we were being too smothered and they were too overprotective. But I'm glad that they were like that. I'm so happy that my mother, my grandmother, my grandfather was a chief of police for 17 years, so he didn't play that. They were very overprotective of us, and I'm so glad that we were so protected. I'm older now. Of course, I wasn't feeling that way when I was growing up. I was like, please, like, get away from me. You're smothering me. But I understand now. Hey, Houston, hit it. Yeah, hit that like button. Bete, ete. Charlene Smith said SL Chrisean tried to tell her to leave her alone. I saw it. But Tifa, the big head, wouldn't listen to one day. She got tired of. Yeah. I don't know what made her wanna tell it, but she sure enough did. And another thing, I don't think she's lying either. I think she was sitting in jail. It was on her heart. All you got is time to sit with yourself. When you're in jail, that's all you got is time to sit with yourself. And that had to be weighing heavy on her heart. For her to come out and change the way she did and not go back in that other negative direction, first and foremost. And then that was negative, her coming out saying what her sister did, but she wanted to get it off her chest. Like the truth was gonna set ChriseanRock free, all the way free. She had to do it so she could move forward. You can't play with God like that. You can't have one foot in the door and one foot out. It's either you're gonna have both foot in the door or not. Don't even play with it. Yes, SL, she don't tell nobody about what goes on in the house, being silent at a young age, but it makes her speak. Yeah, it does. It does, Gold Digger. You it says, and the was a little part. Yeah, that's true. Diane, that makes sense what you said. That is so true. That is so true. My mom had a night job, and my aunt, her little sister, was watching us. I just got the courage to ask my sister, did she do it to her last year? Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Shari. Yes, I said she's on her healing journey. Says, you know how many sisters I got? 3. Yeah, I got 1. I'm the oldest. My mother stopped at 2. My mother likes to find the things in life, and she still does. And my mother tell you in a minute. Sometimes people say you're selfish when you don't want to have a lot of kids, but my mother said I stopped at 2, honey. And I'm the same way. I stopped at 1. I like nice things, and children are expensive. 1 is hard to take care of. I commend people that got more than 1 of them. What was they saying? What happened in my house stays. Yep, exactly, Wendelina. Yep. Shoot. I said 1 is enough for me, honey. I am all set. Every relationship I get into, I don't need to be laying up having no babies from every single relationship, and then you left to take care of these kids. That's how these kids end up getting violated. In some cases, I'm saying, they mainly get violated because who you allow, the company you keep in your house around your children. They all have participated. From what it appears, Tesehki came out and said it happened to her. Yeah, she even allegedly said that she was gang R before. So I don't think that was from her family members, but I guess around the hood. So I don't know. It's a lot of stuff going on. But I'm about to get up off here. I just want to keep my word and do a late live, well, what I call a late live for me. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Support the channel, please, and hit the like button on the way out. I will be back on here tomorrow. I don't know what time, but it'll be sometime in the afternoon. And then we'll probably do a late live around 7, around same time like tonight, to close it out. So I'm gonna get off. Y'all have a blessed rest of the weekend. Get your rest. You know what I'm saying? And make yourself a good Sunday dinner on Sunday. And whoever go to church, make sure you pray for me. Don't pray on me. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Have a great night. Thank you, Sunny Bright. You too, sweetie. Wendelina. See you tomorrow, sweetie. All right, Shari. Good talking with you, sis. Good night, Queen Grandma. Latisse, good night, sis. Good night, Houston hitters. I'm going to sleep. Me too. I'm getting tired. My eyes are getting heavy, honey. So I'll talk with y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah.